Thank you very much for joining me on this Monday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. This feels more like late October versus December. I do believe there's a high chance, 60-70% chance that this here develops into a subtropical storm or even a hurricane as we go throughout this week. It is going to sit just to the southeast of Bermuda. Here we are in the Caribbean, and this will be a big wave maker for the Caribbean and the Bahamas. So in this video, I'm going to get to that with those big swells that'll be working in. I'll break that down and the potential of development out of this. So let's begin with that because you can see it here again. This taking the headlines, a rare December hurricane, definitely a possibility. Now, a lot to cover here. Here's Spain, Portugal, the Azores right here. So we're in the Atlantic. You see this spin here? That's not it. What I'm watching is over here, these old fronts on the tail end of them can spin something up, and that's exactly what's happening. We've been talking about this together for days. So this is the American model, which has done the best this season with picking up on the development of things, and you see it here. So here we are in the Caribbean. A lot of territory here, but you see this spin here, and this is by Wednesday. By Wednesday, already the potential of some development. It could be a subtropical storm at that point. Now, it's going to sit to the southeast of the Bahamas, to the northeast of the Caribbean for several days, and that's why those waves are going to be a huge issue, and then make its way toward the Azores. Look at this system, a sprawly system, maybe a little subtropical in nature down the road, but either way, let me stop it here. This is 4 o'clock on Friday, and by the way, welcome to all the new subscribers from Spain, Portugal, and the Azores. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe. Core of the system would be here on Friday, still to the west of the Azores, but a lot of moisture around it. I expect a wider system because this time of year, again, sometimes they're sprawlier, not quite as tropical in nature. Center of it would be here by Sunday in a big wind maker working its way into the Azores. Do we get tropical storm force winds or hurricane force winds across the Azores? Still a couple days away from knowing that. I let you know what I know, and I let you know what I don't know. And so far, I'm not quite sure how strong the winds will be yet. And then some of this action tries to pivot its way back toward Portugal and Spain. Again, this is by Sunday, and then the system kind of loses any tropical characteristics it may have, but working in more moisture to Portugal and Spain. And eventually, we'll see if this treks anywhere near Ireland, United Kingdom, or France down the road. So this could become a named system as it continues to make its way across the Atlantic. Yes, water temperatures in the short term over here are conducive for some tropical development. In tomorrow's video, I'm going to dive into that. But I want to get to some of the immediate concerns because we have a lot of captains, mariners on this channel, and I want to get you covered. So this is a map I don't often show you, but I want to show you everything I'm seeing out there. So here's the United States, for example. Here we are in Canada. Here we are in Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, that's Puerto Rico right here, okay? So this white here, that's the land. So Caribbean right through here. This is where the Caribbean is. Over here, Africa. Over here, Europe. So this system is going to spin up. This is Wednesday through Friday, the wave heights in feet. And all you need to see with this is, with this system twisting in here, the Azores right here, look at these wave heights. I'll get into meters in a second. This red shading here, we're going to see some of the waves topping out 14 to 16 feet, rolling their way near the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, and eventually Puerto Rico, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, Anguilla. High waves, dangerous surf. For sure. Even the possibility of coastal flooding, even as the system moves away, that surf is going to be so high that coastal flooding, kind of that overwash in spots, is going to be a high likelihood. So let me break it down further. Now here we are in the Caribbean, and again, maps I don't always show you. I like to show you kind of the behind the scenes stuff, everything I'm looking at. So here's Cuba, Jamaica. Here are the Cayman Islands, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico here, and not as much in the Caribbean itself, but more so the Eastern Caribbean, still in the Eastern Caribbean, but look at this yellow shading showing up here. That's upwards of 4 meters, and just more offshore, 4 to 5 meters of possibility. So watching out for these wave heights that are going to really clip us. Northern sections of the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands watching you, right through Antigua and Barbuda, watching St. Martin, St. Croix for higher waves. Again, the storm itself, even if it develops into a tropical storm or hurricane, that's not coming here, but because it's developing just offshore and it's going to sit there for days, we're going to be dealing with some of the higher seas mid to late week, even potentially into the upcoming following weekend. So here we are. There's that spin starting to get its act together. You see it right there. Trinidad and Tobago here, Guyana, Suriname here. So those swells are going to start to work in. Not so much today. It takes a little while to trek across the ocean. But again, as this gets better organized, those swells will start to move in. Montserrat will be dealing with that. Dominica, Martinique, Guadeloupe, we're going to deal with higher seas mid to late week, even eventually over toward Barbados in south, St. Lucia, Trinidad, Tobago, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, higher seas as well. And of course, watching the Turks and Caicos and all through the Bahamas for those higher seas. Now, specifically, let me get into the forecast. This is 1 o'clock today. Spotty showers and storms here. Spotty showers and storms. No washout. That's some good news. No washout, but some spots are going to get scattered storms. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos. And then watching over here, still that higher chance of rain, Guyana and Suriname, Trinidad and Tobago, some spotty showers and storms. Barbados yesterday, a lot of us were dry. Others got dumped on with rain. You know how it goes. Even in some of our smaller islands, some spots could be very wet, others on the dry side. And then that little surge of moisture here, Panama, Costa Rica, still staying active, Cayman Islands and Jamaica. So no big blob of rain I'm watching, but you see the green on the map scattered about. So even as we get into tomorrow afternoon, you see some of the spotty showers and storms that will be with us. So you could pick a spot on the map near where you are watching Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire. More scattered showers and storms. We're going to start to get a northerly flow here with that spin sitting offshore. That could spin in a couple more fast-moving showers over toward Puerto Rico, back through the Turks and Caicos. And watching the rain again, look at Guyana, some steadier rain. That's where we'll see a higher chance of some flooding as we pull forward. Honduras, spotty showers tomorrow. And then to get you through the week, here's Wednesday. This is Wednesday afternoon, and you see this. Look at that. That's the spin still there, and that's why I mentioned those seas are really going to be cranking up because that's going to be there for days. And yes, with that overall flow, that'll spill in some of those fast-moving showers in our northern zones. Still the scattered showers, Jamaica, and then points off to the west, even over toward Aruba as we get into Wednesday. As far as rain total goes, nothing crazy impressive for the most part, but we'll see those fast-moving showers you see on the north side the next couple days of the Dominican Republic. Just giving you a few spots. Nicaragua close by to seeing some rain, 75 to 100 millimeters, so isolated flooding. And I'll keep an eye on Belize too, isolated flooding back through Honduras, Cozumel, just a chance of a couple of showers and storms working your way up toward Cancun. And then you get over here, scattered showers and storms, so many spots could get about anywhere from 25 millimeters to 50 millimeters. That's about 1 to 2 inches if you get rain. Not all of us are going to get rain, but Guyana and Suriname on the edge of Trinidad and Tobago, that rain chance is higher the next couple days. So let me show you that here. Eastern Caribbean first, you see that higher chance of rain. As you get towards Suriname and Guyana, about a 50% chance. Anguilla, about a 30% chance of a shower or storm. But as you work your way into our western zones, that's where we have a slightly higher chance here. Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and that's why I mentioned possibility of some totals of 75 millimeters or 3 inches of rain later today if you get stuck in some of those downpours in our western zone. So clearly a lot going on. It should be super quiet. We're in better shape in some spots. That's some good news. But again, the seas are going to be a big issue, and I'm watching you in the Azores. The next name on the list is Owen. So if that system gets a name, it is Owen, and I'm going to watch it evolve today and tomorrow. I'll have more in tomorrow's video about kind of the evolution of it. We're going to get into the, I'll get into the water temperatures for you, and then we'll be able to fine tune. I'll be able to kind of break down for you what I expect as far as winds are concerned in the Azores, and at the same time, as I see this thing develop, how high those seas are going to be back through parts of the Caribbean, Bahamas, including Bermuda. Always looking at you as well, Bermuda, watching those seas. So a lot to cover for the week ahead. Super unusual for the month of December. Thank you for being part of this weather community. I hope you have a good day ahead.